How many of us have all done this in the younger years, put them in the red cart and kind of pull them away? And that's what happened to Daphne Boyd that day she was hit. She had her grandson with her.
You know, on this particular day, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. It's back in 1993. All of a sudden, you know, a vehicle comes out of pretty much nowhere, hitting Ms. Boyd. Luckily, the young child was not struck. And then, of course, the vehicle leaves the scene.
The grandson, 4 years old, he wasn't much help. And Miss Boyd herself, she didn't die on scene.
Right, and you know, that's the big thing with this case is, you know, she was left laying in the roadway. We don't even know exactly how long she was there because we have no witnesses to the actual crash. Our investigators were actually able to talk to her, ask at least 2 or 3 questions prior to her being rushed off to surgery, but the answers that she gave were of no value to the case. In other words, she couldn't tell you what type of vehicle it was.
So this is an unsolved felony hit and run case, basically what you're working with here.
It is. We know that it's a pickup truck, and we were able to catch up to a suspect that we think had that particular truck. We do have the front bumper from that truck.
And the bizarre part about this is you trace the suspect to Houston, Texas, where he did something similar.
Absolutely. You know, the day after the crash, or within the week after the crash, we knew that he was in Roanoke, Virginia. We were able to track him all the way down there. Even though he was our #1 suspect, we still just couldn't get that evidence that we really needed to place a charge at that particular time. Luckily, Houston Police Department was able to catch him and actually convict him down there of the hit and run. So we do know that, you know, yes, there was justice served, but unfortunately it's not for the Boyd family. We try to keep the cases open for as long as we can. I mean, obviously this one was in 1993, so it's a pretty old case, but we just don't want to ever close it on this particular one because we actually have such a good suspect. It's not necessarily the physical evidence that's going to close or wrap up the case. It's actually just people coming forward that have knowledge of what actually occurred, or they talked to the driver, they admitted something, somewhere along those lines. So it's actually going to be word of mouth that will close the case, not necessarily the physical evidence.
If someone out there has information that can bring some closure to the Boyd family, they can call 833-RTCF-NVA or email us at tips@reopenthecase.org.